apparently we got another follower as well. It didn't give us a notification though.
Oh, thanks for the follow, whoever that was.
It might have been Sapphire.
Could have been Saf.
We're back. Yeah, we're good.
Hi guys.
At least I don't know how much longer we'll be good for, but we'll keep going.
Yeah, that was really weird because my internet's usually pretty good.
Yeah, but the provider is also an arsebag.
True. You really don't like him, do you?
No.
To be fair, yeah, me neither.
Well, I don't think the guy we're talking about in particular is the provider. He's just a rep for the company. But the company can sometimes be absolute arses when it comes to their internet, when it just suddenly buggers up.
To be fair, he is always willing to help
He's a
us.
supporter of EDF.
Of what?
The English Defence League.
Oh, shit.
There is buffering. I think the net might still be struggling. Yeah. For whatever reason, it's just started struggling. I think we're just going to have to soldier through it and hope that it fixes itself.
Music stopped again.
Judith says, who is... Okay, so the EDL, Judith, are basically a racist hate group in England who are adamant to get all Muslims out of the country. And he supports them. Well, not just Muslims, any sort of foreigner. They're cunts, basically.
Why did you recommend him to me?
I didn't know at the time.
Oh.
It wasn't until my big sister had come round about a few weeks ago saying, do you know, I've had to remove him off Facebook because he's such an arsehole.
Thing is, though, he shouldn't, because we've been told at work if we even have our, where we work on our Facebook, where you can say where I work and stuff, we're not allowed to share views like that because it can affect the home.
Company's reputation.
Yeah, so he shouldn't be doing that. Because he adds people on Facebook as part of his work, so it is going to affect the company.
This particular person in question also is a massive conspiracy theorist. He thought COVID wasn't real for the longest time.
Jesus.
Until he caught it.
Always happens, doesn't it?
So now he thinks, okay, it's real, but there's still bullshit behind it. Oh, like what? Oh, well, the thing is, he'll do something like, he'll post an article about COVID, talking about, like, could it be transferred through pollen because viruses have the ability to stick to pollen. And he's saying, oh, they're just making shit up now. And it's like, well, no, they're not saying it is, they're saying, could it? You're just drawing a conclusion too soon.
Yep.
And EP says, such great irony. Or karma, if you believe in that sort of thing. Oh, the squares turned green. I think we're okay. How are we looking now, guys? Are we still buffering? OBS has turned green again. We might be okay.
It's like I'll say shit about work, but it's because I don't have it on my Facebook where I work, for instance. Like,
yeah, you say it away from prying eyes.
Yeah, like I have one or two people who I know I can trust who I work with, but I don't actually say where I work there. Whereas if you do, you're not supposed to like share things like that.
Yeah.
Like, really, if he wants to do stuff like that, he should have a separate work Facebook.
Oh, did I ever tell you about like this grill that got in serious trouble for, what's the word I want? I don't want to say attacking, but they basically had a go at a disabled customer.
Why?
So there was this grill. I don't want to say the business on stream just in case.
Yeah.
But this particular grill was open. It was fairly new, and it was converted from a hotel. And someone had wrote a review on their Facebook, and this person was in a wheelchair, and they said that while we really enjoyed the food and we'd love to go again, wheelchair access was hard because there was only stairs.
Yeah.
To which the owner then responded to that person on Facebook going, "Hi, Catherine," or whatever she was called.
Yeah.
"If you're willing to fork out 10 grand to cover the cost of putting a wheelchair ramp in, then we will gladly have you back again."
What the fuck?
I know. Is that her tongue or is her mouth partly open?
Her mouth's open.
Okay. No, I can't. Can you tiger purr?
Yeah, you sound like a tiger purr.
I bet Judith can. Yep, Lit says no buffers. We're good. Curse you, interwebs. Hopefully we'll get a better one if we move in together.
Hopefully, yeah. The router's been moved directly under their flat now, so apparently the internet's been a lot better.
But we're paying for our own one anyway.
We'll see how we might as well see how it goes first, because if it's like that close to them now, we might actually not need to.
But the thing is, if we plan on streaming, we're going to eat a fair bit of bandwidth.
True, yeah.
And of course, how many people in that flat will also be streaming from Netflix and things like that? But it might be a decent internet anyway, so let's just see how it goes first.
Yeah, that's all I was saying.
Yeah. I'm sure EP, but I'm sure everybody in the chat who's got a job has got some sort of horror story from where they work.
God, I've got so many.
I've had a few as well.
I've got to be careful what I share on stream though, because we're not actually allowed to talk about anything like work related. Like, I've already done it a few times, and like I don't expect that it'll ever come back to me because I don't have this link to my personal life.
Yeah.
But I still have to be careful.
Well, I think you can talk about places you've been and bad things that have happened so long as you don't mention said company by name. Because then at that point, if the company then goes, "What do you think you're doing?" and then it like sort of catches some sort of public eye and it's like, "Hey, I didn't say the company name. You're the one that's jumped to defend yourself."
Do you mean like how I can now say, now that I don't work for them, I can now say, I used to work for a particular amusement park in the
I think
UK.
amusement park might be a bit risky,
Yeah.
but I used to work at a certain place is always a safe bet. EP says, "I don't know if there's ever really been a horror story, but some shitty things. But I'm not sure anything qualified." Yeah, when I say horror story, EP, I mean things like shitty things happening. Not necessarily scary, but just things that make you go, "Oh god, I'm glad I wasn't there," kind of thing. Like, I can talk about one of my old workplaces where we used to make a certain product where if this product got caught in water, it would rust. And we had a leak in the roof one day, and it leaked on some of the product and it rusted, to which we started, us as in the people on the floor, started not leaving them where we're supposed to because there's a leak there. We then get scolded by the boss for not leaving them there, but for not putting them there. So we've been ordered to put them there. This product then gets damaged again, and the boss starts going, "Why is all our products being damaged?" Like, we
Did he
told
not
you there's a
know?
leak, and we then acknowledged to him that there is a leak, and he acknowledged that there was a leak, but he kept telling us to put them there. And he's like, "Well, do you want us to cover them?" He's like, "No, we can't afford any sort of covering." What do you mean we can't afford a covering?
So what was he expecting?
I don't know. Hardly anyone who ran that place was barely even dumb. They were less than dumb. Oh yeah, EP just reminded me of something. Not from this, but hang on. EP said, had people vote over the counter a few times to threaten staff, got threatened on a delivery, stuff like that. Happens from time to time, yeah. And it sucks when it does. But EP yesterday, during his stream, he said, I'm an idiot, but I'm not the worst idiot. And I was thinking about it, and I'm going, if you're bad at being an idiot, does that mean you're smart?
I don't know.
So we need to ask the chat, are we still rolling with the name Allison for this kitty? This naughty kitty. And Kitty comes back from the nap and she's like, Kizzy, would you bang this? Oh yeah.
I'd bang this.
You know, ever since we watched Alison Cougar, nice name, but she's a tiger.
That could be like, I don't know. It's just a name, isn't it?
Yeah. See, I can't help but think EP was probably thinking Alice Cooper when he came up with that name.
Yeah.
EP says, I'd politely and respectfully offer to buy her a martini. Judith says, she could be one of them peeps who only needs a first name. I only need a first name, sweetheart. Yeah, what about her speech? Would she call people things like sweetheart and honey? Or would she be quite authoritative, would you reckon?
I reckon authoritative, personally. She looks it.
EP got an advert? That's weird. We don't qualify to have adverts on our streams.
He might have refreshed the page.
But still, we don't qualify to have adverts on our streams.
I've gotten adverts when I've first joined a stream before.
That's weird.
I've told you this before.
I don't remember that. But I could swear we don't qualify.
I don't think we qualified to have them halfway through the streams, but we'll get them like when someone's first joining a stream. That's what you said to me.
Do not remember at all. Lit didn't refresh the page.
I don't know then.
No idea. EP might know. EP, do you qualify for adverts at 50 followers? Judith got one when the stream was flipping out. Oh. Okay, we do qualify to have ads then. Okay. I thought it was 100 you qualified for it.
I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation before and you got told the same thing then as well.
Right, yeah. Either way, we've got an answer now. One that I'll probably remember, but probably not. You can make a fraction of penny per ad. Woo! Warden. Allison. Do you think she'd have that sort of authoritative flirting kind of thing? You prisoners best behave, because you can find that I can be very, very forceful.
Probably.
Or very, very persuasive.
Can't actually see her name that well.
EP goes, so where do I sign up to go to prison? No one signs up to go to prison. Yeah, I'll sacrifice years of my life to be treated like shit, yeah. You just have to commit a crime.
Snufkin, let's go commit crime!
Yeah, let's go fill Moomin Valley with crime. Let's be gay and do crime.
Oh, it was such a great moment. That episode was brilliant. It had no cognitive, storyline to it. It was just shit happening.
EP's like, woo, crime! Do you reckon Snufkin's a power bottom?
Yes, absolutely. I'm fucking surprised you know the term power bottom, though.
I think it's... The only reason I heard of it was because some friends of mine were talking in an Xbox party and I joined halfway through. It was me and Mike. And then one of them turned to Mike and went, all right, Mike, you can settle this argument. The Bee from the Bee Movie, do you think he's a power bottom?
Fuck's sake. You know what? He's right and I can't fucking unsee it.
EP had to Google the term. And it's like, I haven't Googled it, but I think I could get an idea of what it actually means.
I don't want to think about the Bee from the Bee Movie in that way. Why did you say that? It was bad enough when someone sent me the fanfic. He died going up there, you know?
Was it worth it, though?
I don't know, I didn't read that far.
The internet is such a strange place.
I lost my brain cells on the Jesus X Hitler one. So
What?
I don't bother with them anymore now.
Ugh.
I lost all my brain cells because I decided I was going to read all of that because my friend found it funny, but he couldn't be bothered reading it all, so I said, right, I'm bored, I'll read all of it.
Yeah, EP goes, how is the Bee Movie? I've heard it's a total pile of shit I'd never watch. Followed by, what?
Yeah, I've never actually watched it, to be honest.
I have seen it. I remember watching it when I was quite young and still enjoying it, but still thinking this isn't that good.
I mean, like, this was
the plot is weird.
It was a few years ago now, but I could probably find the Jesus X Hitler fanfic if you guys want to know.
Oh boy.
It was it was when I was younger that I read it, though. I was a teenager at the time, I think.
I did. I think we both enjoyed sitting through the audio reading of My Immortal.
You know what? That is an iconic piece of literature. It's a piece of internet history.
Gina loves it. Gina was the one who introduced me to it.
I love My Immortal. It's so dumb.
I did read an article once from Yahoo about fan fiction and just some of the worst ones that are out there. And I can't remember the rest of them, but one of them was Simba teaming up with the Avengers.
I think I've heard of that one.
There's another one for Half-Life, which is supposed to be notorious because the author didn't have English as their mother tongue. So they've tried to write it in English and it sounds just so broken English.
I mean, like,
but people animate it.
But thing is, though, I wouldn't be on for making fun of that one because they're trying.
They're trying.
Like, the person who wrote My Immortal, I'm not quite sure if they wrote it when they were younger or if it was meant to be a troll.
Yeah.
I've never been sure. No one's ever really sure about that one.
It was like that Harry Potter one we listened to where he goes
that
to
was
a Catholic
meant to be
school.
A troll, though.
Yeah, it was a Catholic school, and then right at the end they admitted it was a troll.
Yeah, right at the end it was obvious it was a troll because some, like, weird bullshit happened.
It was some sort of line they said.
Yeah.
Evie says, I don't need any additional scarring, thanks. You're a hairy lady.
When I was younger, me and one of my mates actually wrote a Shrek X Curious George one. Just for a laugh.
How'd that go?
I can hear the disappointment in your voice.
Yeah. Oh no, I've turned into my mum.
I mean, like, how did it go? He wrote the start of it and I wrote the sex scenes.
I watched a comedy show once where it was just sketches, and it was these two writers, and they weren't working on the same project. They were just renting a room together, like, to work in. And one of them was doing, like, film scripts, and the other one was a adult films writer. And he turned to her and goes, so how do you write an adult film? And he goes, oh, that's very easy. You just write they have sex 20 times, and then you fill in the blanks. I imagine that's how you did it.
You know what? I don't actually remember what the plot was for it.
I mean, does it matter?
No, I don't think it had much of a plot.
Do you know, I can't remember his name, but there is actually a director of adult films who's won an award for the plots in his.
When you say adult films, do you just mean porn?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I
There's a
thought you
guy
were just
who's
talking about
directed
adult
porn.
films.
There's a guy who's directed porn who has won awards for the plot in them.
I have seen the one that was scripted by an AI, yeah. I've seen that pop up.
The Harry Potter script scripted by an AI.
Yeah, I've seen
like thumbnails of videos of an AI wrote such and such a thing, but I've not actually sat down and listened to one or read one.
Do you know that game that you were playing where it was like the AI dungeon one?
Oh, AI Dungeon, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
It's funny. He'll post it in the Discord. Okay, thank you, EP. You know, I'm starting to think maybe EP should have a channel. No, not a channel. A show on his channel called Never Have I Ever.
Yes.
And he just does all the things that he's not done.
Yes, EP, you should do that. And people can pay to make you do certain things.
I think Mark was meant to pay him to eat a sandwich.
What, eat a sandwich?
A certain kind of sandwich. I think it was like a chicken stuffing butty or something like that.
You've never had a chicken even I've had a chicken stuffing butty. And I'm vegetarian.
It was something EP might remember. But it was a certain kind of butty he's not had and Mark was willing to pay him to have it. And I think he did it actually, but I'm not sure he recorded it.
He still needs to play Honey Pop. I want to see this. Although now he kind of knows what he's in for, doesn't he?
Judith says, I have to leave soon. Are you going to post the final result on Discord?
Of course I will.
Yes and no. Not today, because we're just doing the inking.
I can post the inked version.
But you can post the inking, yeah.
But
the colouring we'll do another time.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to finish the colouring
EP
today.
did it for his vlog channel. Okay. Can you link us to that,
channel?
EP, so we can have a look? Yeah, he's got a second channel. I can't remember what it's called, but that's where he makes those disgusting raisin cookies. And Judith goes, please. Love you.
Love you too.
There was a show a long time ago called I've Never Seen Star Wars. And the idea is that they got celebrities who've never done such and such a thing.
Oh, I thought you were just going to say they got celebrities who'd never seen Star Wars.
And they get them to do it. And Hugh Dennis was on it at one point. And his thing was, I've never eaten roadkill. And I'm like, I think a lot of people haven't eaten roadkill. And I'm quite happy not to.
I've met one person who has done. In my entire life.
Judith, photos of sushi.
Yeah, that's a really odd one. That sounds like just someone who really wanted to be on the show but didn't have anything to go on for.
And then other things like, I've never been bungee jumping. So have not a lot of people.
Yeah, not a lot of people have been bungee jumping before. For that, I'd expect it to be more sort of like mundane things that most people have done.
Judith goes, I don't understand. We want to see pictures of your sushi to inspire us to eat.
I don't need inspiring to eat.
That's true, but... EP goes, eat human proportions, and Judith goes, that's very subjective, so I'll take it. I mean, yeah, too much is subjective.
It is really, because it's like, you could argue that it's a weight thing, but you can also argue that some people are just bigger than others.
Do you remember when we went... See you later, Judith.
See you, Judith.
Remember we went to Mr. Bad's Rise and we were just combining all these cultures of food, and I put udon noodles in a Yorkshire pudding.
Yes, I do.
Oh, I can hear your disappointment now.
No, I wasn't actually that bothered. Everyone on the Discord was bothered. I couldn't care less, really.
It's just got that song in my head from Amazing World of Gumball right now, looking at this character. You're a hairy lady. Hair from your head to your toes, you're a hairy lady. You even got hair up your nose, girl.
What I was thinking of doing for some of these streams as well is drawing like those D&D characters.
Mm-hmm.
Probably because it would also motivate me to actually draw them as well.
If that's what will help you, then yeah. I still need to draw the backstory of some of them. Yeah. Writing is just drawing with letters.
You're not wrong.
Unless you're typing it.
It's still not wrong. I think she's drinking sex on the beach.
I don't know if that's a martini.
I think it is. There's probably like some... No, there's not going to be like some sort of like drink connoisseur watching this going,
Yeah.
Those Philistines!
There's Philistines! How dare they accuse a martini of being referred to as a sex on the beach?
I don't really know what a martini is, to be honest. I know it's drunk in one of these.
Gina's a martini connoisseur. Should we ask her?
Yeah.
I can always come up with drawing suggestions that'll just end up being things I want to draw but not talented enough. Or lewd.
I've got
The
plenty...
chat will make it lewd.
I've got plenty of things that I want to draw, but I just, I need the motivation to do it, and I'm hoping doing drawing streams might give me a bit more motivation.
Oh, EP has asked the ultimate martini connoisseur of Google. It says, martini is a cocktail made with gin and vermouth, and garnished with an olive or a lemon twist.
Oh, okay.
Same here, but it says same here. Even I think the ideas I have won't work in the end. I'm just talentless, so I just accept it. EP says I could definitely come up with lewd ideas. Oh no, EP could come up with the most innocent thing in the world, and then the rest of the chat will turn it lewd.
Yep.
He's like, I would like to see a sunflower, says EP. And then someone will go, with a whip! And give it a ball gag.
Or it could be like the flower from that comic, or from the Charlie the Unicorn video. It's just like, pee on me!
Oh boy.
Pee on me!
EP says, if you're talentless, Zach, then I wish I was talentless. Well, EP can draw better than me.
Stop putting yourself down.
I'm just being brutally honest. Even if it sounds negative, it's just honesty.
It's not though, is it? Because
Hang on,
you still
you just
draw.
were going pee on me, and then EP says, oh my god, I love that idea. Please specify the idea, EP. Specify the idea, please, EP, just so we know. No, he says.
I'm gonna have the giggles after this.
For as long as you're happy. Actually, you know what? That's a good point. We'll be wrapping this up soon because I think you're almost finished. But have you enjoyed this?
Yeah.
Your first proper stream?
I mean, you say almost finished this. I've
yeah,
only
but-
done that. Like, if you want me to finish the line art, it's gonna be a while.
Yeah. We'll finish the lineup, but once you finish... But yeah, how have you found this?
I've enjoyed it.
Sex appeal is the main focus of the stream.
This is a sex appeal. This
You're-
tiger.
Tiger. Yeah, but what idea, EP? You can freak out about our misinterpretation, rather, but
We don't know what you were on about.
yeah, what's the idea you like? Oh, you said about the sunflower. I was going to say it's a good idea that someone comes up with something completely non-lewd and everyone else tries to make it naughty.
Oh, that could be fun. Could we get away with it on Twitch, though?
I think it would just depend on... Well, people are in hot tubs. But I think it just depends how far lewdness we want to take it.
True.
No boobs.
I couldn't
No
just draw...
feet.
I couldn't just draw the pizza slut again.
You could draw her in a pizza bikini.
Yeah. I get the vibe she doesn't really like clothes.
Just pizza. Nothing else, just pizza.
She doesn't like clothes, just pizza.
Maybe stream it to Discord for just the over 80. Oh, if we're going to do actual porn,
yeah.
we could do...
You know what? That sounds really fun. I want to do that.
You want to draw porn for the
Yeah,
over 18s in the Discord?
I want to do a porn stream in the Discord. Definitely. That sounds really fun.
And grant certain privileges to certain members to be able to get in a voice call as well. Could have Chrissy or Gina.
I might just like make Chemo join it just so I can make her flustered.
Well, Chemo's in the Discord now.
Yeah, she's not in the over 18s chat though.
She should be. I've made her a consigliere.
Oh, she will be then.
I mean, I wasn't specifically going for a porn stream, but I'm not against the idea, says EP.
Yeah, let's do a porn stream.
Thing is that well, yeah and no. It all depends on whether or not we know the people in question are over 18.
The ones in the Discord are. The ones that are in the over 18s chat.
We know they are. If anyone new joins...
And if anyone new joins, then they'll have to prove they're over 18 to get into that chat. Because I'm not letting anyone in who I'm not certain of.
You can set up a voice chat to stream that is only open for specific girls. Yeah, I know. Just stretch my knees a bit. Do you want a penguin?
Yeah.
The final two. Cheers.
I'm doing ASMR and me eating a penguin.
Wait, what's your joke?
Oh. Always forget about that. Who is a penguin's favourite family member? Antarctica.
Antarctica.
You had that one, didn't you?
Why are penguins hard to get along with? Because they're always fishing for compliments. EP says, well, I'm sure they'll do other drawing stuff here lit. Oh.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna do literally porn and nothing else from now on.
Yeah, you're underage. You can watch here whenever she draws again. When we design a character again with the chat.
Next year you'll be able to watch.
Mm-hmm. What time is it? 5 to 5. I think Gina and Finn might be finishing soon.
Thought you were 17.
Oh, I could have sworn he said he was 17 as
Yeah,
well.
I thought you were 17.
Or someone told me he was 17. Either way, let's carry on with the tiger.
I won't worry about it, Lit. It's not like I'm going to give up drawing porn at some point. Once you start, you never really go back.
He's turning 17 next February. Not the February coming, the next one.
It's not like I'm going to give up drawing normal stuff, is what I mean.
Like slimes, Rimuru, Zim.
I just draw like a bunch of slimes and aliens.
You should draw Zim as Rimuru.
How would that work?
Green, big pink eyes, antennae.
Aw, that's really cute.
Ew! Aka watches this anime called Tentai Slime, and there's two versions of it. There's one which is the main story. It's got all the drama and the war and things like that in it. And then it's got a series where they're not fighting wars and they're just having their time off. And it's so wholesome.
It's the cutest thing. I love it. I've heard people say they actually like that one more than the main series.
I like that one.
I don't think I like it more than the main series, but I do enjoy that it's been made. Like, you know, whenever I'm watching, I get really into something and I fall in love with characters. I always say that, like...
You Kinney.
Yeah. I always say, like, I wish I could see these characters just in their day-to-day life, just getting up to shit, and that's what that anime has given us, and it's fantastic.
I'm going to try and make Aka at least giggle a little bit right now by saying a sentence. Yonin, what is a Kinney?
Yonin, what's a kitty? He's so pure. I mean, he's not, because he voices Moxie and Zim.
I am calm! Yeah, he says, Aka, can I tell you something from Loki series? Not a spoiler, literally just a throwaway comment, but I think you'll love it.
Go for it, because, like, I'm gonna watch it at some point, but it's like, I'm not gonna watch it anytime soon, because I'm not feeling it. But I've seen, like, clips on Tumblr and stuff, and it does look really good.
I've seen things like where Loki's on trial and they go, how do you plead? And Loki goes, a god does not plead.
Yeah, I've heard he's confirmed bisexual. And that's fantastic, but they still need to step up their game compared to the comics where he's canonically gender fluid.
Like, which is a very Loki thing to do.
Exactly. It's just like, I love that he's canonically bisexual in the series, but they could still do better. Is that harsh?
I think, like, even back in the day when Loki wasn't confirmed it, if someone said, do you reckon Loki's bisexual? I'd be like, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I like the fact that now we're able to actually have an actor go in and say that, like, confirm it, like, actually.
The only thing I can hope that they don't do right now is that now that they've confirmed it, they don't make it his entire personality.
No, I don't think they're going to do that, because he's already got such a big personality.
He's already got a big personality, but now that they've confirmed this, I hope they're not trying to make it just as big as a thing. I hope they just keep him the way he is, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm bisexual, what of it?
Because it suits him.
Yeah. I think as well, I'm not entirely sure, but I think they're also doing the thing where he's going to change gender.
I really hope
Because I've seen a picture of an actress in the Loki costume, but I'm not sure whether or not they are actually going to replace Tom Hiddleston, or whether or not this is a Loki from another dimension who comes for a visit.
Yeah, I think I've seen her as well, and I've seen a clip of them talking to each other, so I don't know if that is Lady Loki or not.
Wasn't even relevant to the story, was just an answer to a question, says Eve. Oh, Evie says they didn't, it was just a singular comment in the conversation, the story moved on from it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, they're handling it right. There we go.
Yeah, I've seen a GIF set of that moment, so I know exactly which part you're on about, but I don't actually know who the character he's talking to is, because that was who he was talking to, the woman in the Loki outfit, I think. But I don't know who she is. I do want to watch it at some point.
Babe, I need to ask. She's got stripes on the inside of her right arm and then on the outside of her left arm. Is that right?
No.
Swap them over.
I like how those ones look, so I might change these ones. Mind you, because they're on the outside, which would make more sense.
Couldn't you have just, like, cut them and then flipped them over?
No, I'd rather do it from scratch.
Okay.
Well, it looks better than usually.
EP says he won't spoil so far, he's enjoying it. So, talking of Marvel, they've just started releasing a new Aliens comic, which I'm reading at the minute.
Is it good?
It's pretty decent, actually.
Apart from that one.
I think I've got like 4 of them here if you want to have a nosy of them later on. But I think you would get more enjoyment out of them if you knew more about the aliens lore. But even if you don't, like I do, you're still getting some... Even if you only know the movies, you're still getting some good stuff out of it.
I know even less lore. Most of the lore I know comes from one game.
It's the lore you know not to run into a wall when you're running away from them.
Yeah. The lore I know is hide in locker.
Yeah, Chrissy goes... No, he doesn't. EP goes, an Aliens comic? Does Chrissy guest star? Well, maybe. There is actually an alien in it. She's in the first issue on, like, the second page, so there's no spoilers here. But there is an alien who I think they're calling the Matriarch. And she looks very humanoid, like a woman. So you can point out to you there, babe, so you can confirm.
Oh, yeah, that looks cool.
I think she's meant to be the next evolution of a queen or something like that.
She reminds me of something, and I can't think what.
EP's throwing out the Chrissy lockers.
To be fair, the first time I played that, I hid in a locker, and I was like, right, I'm safe here, and Ben was sat next to me, he was like, yeah, and I went, I'm staying here for the rest of the game, and he went, well, you're not that safe, or something along those lines.
And EP goes, when you say Matriarch, I'm thinking of Mass Effect. Ah, Benezia.
Oh no, wait, I think it was an event, I think I went in an event, and I went, right, I'm safe here, and he went, no, they can come in here as well.
No, they come in here too.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Can you get those handcuffs up for me again? So I remember the fluffy part, but I don't remember what the middle part looked like.
Just like that shape, but black, really.
Getting cramp in my hand.
There you go.
Right, okay.
You just have to colour that middle bit black.
Yeah.
Yeah, EP goes, yep, got dragged out of events numerous times. I fell out with that game, though. You were there when it happened. Because you wanted me to play it. And we got as far as the androids. And then the androids were coming to attack me. And then the game froze while it was trying to load an achievement.
Oh shit, yeah.
But the video froze, but the game hadn't. So he was still attacking me while the screen was frozen.
I kind of remember.
So I died for an achievement, and I was like, you know what, I've lost all motivation right now.
You know what other game you fell out with after a while that I still kind of want to see you finish?
What?
Undertale?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember why you fell out
You
with
said
it.
that we were going against Papyrus, the easiest boss in the game, and I died to him 3 times.
You weren't that used to fighting monsters in that though, were you? Like, because I'd let it slip that you shouldn't have fought them, so you didn't really have a lot of experience in fighting them.
I was just like, well, if I'm this pathetic, why should I keep trying?
Yeah, but the thing is, you were also really new to playing the game. Like, I don't remember how many times I died to Papyrus or Toriel the first time, but like, because I've played it like at least 3 or 4 times now.
EP. Did you ever see when I got pounded in the locker by an android? Probably not. I might have missed that one. I do remember when you trapped yourself in the lift with one.
I think I remember someone mentioning this. If I haven't seen it, I might have seen it.
I remember EP traps himself in the lift with one. Oh no, that's what he meant. Yeah, he trapped himself in a lift, not a locker, with one. Yeah, that was funny. Because he walked in thinking he was fine, and he turned around and one had followed him in. And the clip is literally EP gets pounded in a lift by an android.
Yeah,
Thanks, Chrissy.
I think I have seen it.
Yeah. Speaking of games you've been enjoying, I think, watching me play, I think you showed a slight interest in the Yakuza game I was playing.
Was that at me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really funny, actually.
I think the idea of the series is it's meant to parody, like, the dramas and the action movies that they make in Japan.
It reminds me a lot of some animes as well.
Yeah, I think it's meant to parody all of those things.
Yeah.
They can have conversations on the street at times, and they were talking about, because one of them has spent 10 years in prison, and now that he's come out, everything's like brand new to him. So like he doesn't know what a mobile phone is and things like that.
I feel like you'd know what a mobile phone was if you'd been in prison.
What the fuck? EP says, speaking of anime, I think I'm accidentally dating 4 different women on Persona. How'd you manage that, EP? Oh, are you... Well, because it's an anime, you might just end up... Well, because it's an anime, and because the main character of that is like a grumpy, almost emo, black-haired, never smiling character, he's probably just going to get a harem.
Yeah, I didn't know... I don't know much about Persona. I vaguely remember one of my friends playing it when I was younger. Is it kind of a harem-y anime? I don't know.
EP now Googles harem.
I think EP would know what a harem anime. Well, mind you, it's EP.
EP says, well, one of them is a hireable sexy maid. Don't ask. But I assumed, oh, she's my teacher. There's no way she can be a romance.
Oh no! You poor naive soul.
You poor naive soul, EP. Everyone's fair game in an anime.
Even the old lady down the street is fair game in anime.
Yeah, interspecies reviewers.
Oh shit, yeah. I was making that as a joke, but you're right.
Anyway, back to Yakuza. So this conversation we're having is like, oh, I found these new issues of an old manga I used to read. And they're like, oh, fuck, you've got a lot of catching up to do, haven't you? 10 years worth. And he's like, well, no, actually, because it turns out the writer went on hiatus several times, so the story's hardly moved. And I was looking at it going, I think Aka could probably relate to that.
There's this one anime I really love, and, well, I don't really love it. I was really into it for a while. And then I found out that after the 2nd season, the creator went to prison.
Ooh. What for?
Something to do with tax evasion, I think.
Huh.
But yeah, like, apparently they're carrying it on now, so I don't know if they're out. But I was a little bit like, so this isn't carrying on anymore? Like, this is over with, isn't it?
The other two, it was phrased as, let's help out my squad mate, and it ended up being a date. 4th one was a sexy goth doctor, and I'm intentionally dating her. Like a big titty goth chick.
You know, the other thing that I've noticed lately is, like, quite a few animes I used to really love when I was younger are finally getting, like, another season. But now, like, they've left it a little bit late. So it's like, for instance, Code Geass has finally, like, releasing a new season that's going to apparently explain what happens at the end. But it's like, I want to watch it, but I'm not like, oh my god, I'm going to sit down and watch it right this minute, like I would have been when I was younger. Like, it's just kind of like, they've left it a little bit late.
Yeah. It's not got the appeal of what it once had.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, I would have gone quite a few years ago, I would have gone crazy for it when I heard that. I would have been like sitting just on my computer waiting for the first episode to come out.
Would you like hit the keyboard like you did when the next season of Owl House was announced?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I wouldn't have that reaction.
Oh, EP says, who doesn't love a big titty goth chick? Exactly.
Yeah.
You can date one in Monster Camp.
Monster Camp. Oh, yeah, you can date Joy, can't you?
There was that tree that wanted to pee on him.
Why is it every time you go in the woods with Joy, there's something to do with piss?
Yeah.
There is, isn't there? It's not just me imagining it.
Now that the narrator also in those games has an actual model, do you think he's dateable?
The narrator had a model?
Yeah.
Who was the narrator?
He was just a grey mannequin that was buff as fuck wearing a thong.
Don't remember that.
It was right at the beginning.
I do remember that, actually. I don't think... I've not heard anything about them being dateable.
He says, be right back, downloading that game.
Hey! It's on offer at the moment as well. It's only like
Yeah.
£7. Oh, now I'm tempted to get it, even though I said I was going to wait because I wanted to get other games. I'm kind of tempted to get it now.
Only because you want to date the Mothman.
Yeah, I heard you can date Mothman in it, and I'm just kind of like, well, that appeals to every monster fucker bone in my body.
I'm not buying any more games. He's just bought 40 quid's worth of games. Ooh, well, how many did you get for 40 quid's worth, Evie? How many did I get? I must have gotten about maybe 11 for 20 quid.
I got, I spent about 60.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I probably shouldn't get Monster Prom.
EP when I got ... So we're probably about to get a huge number. But the thing is, the lower the money and the bigger the product number is always good.
Actually, I disagree with that because when I'd always do that when for like every other year I've always done that. I'll try and get as many games as I can for as little as possible. But then it's like the games that are still quite expensive, even if they are on offer, never get bought that way. So this time I just went for games that I really want to play the most.
I am just trying to be more frugal because I had an expensive month last week, taking you on the date week.
True, yeah.
So I just got all the ones that were dirt cheap, and Conan.
Yeah, but the thing is, summer sale, it doesn't happen very often.
Once a year.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just kind of like...
You got to take advantage of it.
Yeah,
I
you've
know,
got to
but
take advantage of it.
I know, but still, I got what I wanted,
Yeah, that's fair enough then.
and anything else I can get later on. Because the ones that are on my wish list, the price reduction wasn't that much. Like, I accidentally bought the Isle too soon and spent 15 on it, and then in the sale it went down to 12, and I'm like, well, that's just £3. That's hardly worth crying over.
Yeah, true. I think it would still annoy me
here we go.
if I'd
Right.
done it.
EP says he got Super Bunny Man because he's going to play that with Chrissy on Sunday. That could be one we could play. It's a platformer which is... you have to rely on each other in the sense that you have to hold on to each other and cartwheel through the levels.
Remember who you're talking to
I know,
and how I
but the
usually
thing is,
react to
the game is
platformers.
expecting you to play badly.
Right, okay.
So he got Bunnyman, Planet Zoo, Planet
Save
Coaster,
this.
Kerbal Space Program, Cuphead's Command and Conquer Remastered. Oh! Is that Command and Conquer 1 EP? Is that a certain number? Because I've had a hankering to play Command and Conquer 3 again. And some of them are on the EA Pass, EA Play, if you have the Ultimate Game Pass on Xbox. Never played, now he has the chance. Oh, and Numero Uno he had. Oh, number 1. Okay, right. See, I do like real-time strategy games. I prefer turn-based. But it's just when I'm playing a real-time strategy one, especially something like Command & Conquer, while I do like it, it's like, I'm thick as fuck.
I really like Age of Empires, but what I never mentioned to you was that I'm terrible at it. Like, I always get beat by the AI because I forget that the AI exists because I get too into making my little village.
Yeah, it stops becoming a war game and becomes Minecraft.
Yep, it just kind of turns into me making... It just turns into Civilization
EP
for me.
is an Age of Empires kid as well.
I used to play it, like, I didn't have it, but my cousins did, so whenever I went to their house, I'd end up playing it. And I don't think I've ever... No, I've won a game on it before, but the only way I can win it is if you choose the wonders option, where you have to protect, like, one of these wonders, and then you win the game. So I just basically built, like, about 3 fences around it, and, like, had all my army protect that one wonder. I'm not very good at it, but I enjoy it. I think that goes for like most survival games I play, actually. I'm not very good at them, but I like them. Has multiplayer. I could give that a go, but like, I'll always lose. I'm just saying that now. I'd be willing to give it a go, though. Apparently Age of Empires has multiplayer.
I think some of it does, yeah. I'm still hoping that one day, if we get a big enough following on Twitch, we can do the video game scavenger hunt.
Yeah, I want to do that too. I want to write the things down for you.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I know I did. I do kind of like, if we do multiple, I guess I would like to try playing that as well.
Yeah, EP makes a point there. We'll have to reinstall Game Pass so you can play some of the Age of Empires.
Yeah.
I could try to pre-install the fourth one yesterday, but the pass was having issues. It wasn't letting it do it, so we've uninstalled it and we're going to try again later on.
It's basically doing like this thing where it'll
have the game installed, and if you choose play, it'll take you to the Microsoft Market, not start the game.
I don't think any of those games are installed anymore, though. I think they've uninstalled them now. Because, like, the ones that were installed said something different.
We'll reinstall it later on and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Age of Empires had multiplayer in the original version, but online back then was shite. Yeah, you can imagine. 90s internet.
I think it was Age of Empires 2 that I used to play, and that's the one that I've got on Steam and I've played since. I don't know if I've played one before.
An EP Aka collab stream? Would you play something with EP?
Yeah. I'd be down for that, but, like, I'm warning you now, I'm terrible at it. Like...
EP's going to say I am too.
I wouldn't be much of a challenge.
Well, maybe, because you'd be both playing together. You can have like a mutual rule set. It's like you've got 20 minutes to build an army, and then you just full force each other. And then, like, once the 20-minute marker is hit, you just send everything you've got to the other person.
I'll try it.
That's an idea, but I'll leave it down to you and EP. That's your idea.
I've not played it in a while, to be honest.
EP said, yeah, 2 had the multiplayer and it was the big one. There was one I played, I think it might have been made by the same people who did Age of Empires, but it's called Empire Earth. And that was one I liked, because I imagine Age of Empires works the same way, but you would start off in the Stone Age.
Yeah.
And then you could work your way up into the distant future, like hover cars and things like that.
I think Age of Empires ends at, like, not modern age, but like maybe not Victorian. It ends at sort of like an early.
EP knows Empire Earth. Something from under his rock.
EP, where does Age of Empires 2 end off with like the civilization side of it? Because I can't remember now. I know it's not as far as the distant future.
See, I think if I was going to ink something digitally, I would have to draw it traditionally first, and then just come on here and go over it. Which I could probably do as a drawing stream for once, but things are not as good.
Do it. Give it a go.
I'm awful.
You've obviously brought the idea up because you want to try it.
I want to give it a go, but then reality hit me in the head and go, are you sure about that? And I was like,
Just give it a go. See how it goes. Shit.
Oh, God.
Yep, Sai does this sometimes. Not quite sure why.
But Age of Empires is medieval, so it goes from 6th century to 17th, he says. Give or take.
Okay, so it still stays medieval then. I thought it got a bit further than that.
Is there another one called Age of Mythos or something like that, which covers like Greek mythology or something?
I'm not sure, I've never heard of that. I've got one called Age of Wonders, but I've never managed to play it because I got on it and it looked really confusing, so I gave up.
No, Zach, really didn't hit you in the head. Self-doubt and low self-esteem did, and those two thoughts can go die in a fire, just like me. Is the music still going?
Yeah, I can hear it through
I thought so. Age of Mythology covered Greek, Egyptian and Norse. There you go.
Oh, I might have to give that one a go then.
I just remember seeing a picture of Zeus on the front of it holding a lightning bolt looking stoic.
I've seen that. I remember the picture.
Zeus. At least not the DuckTales Zeus.
He's great in DuckTales. Leave him alone.
Pencil. Pencil.
Even though it works more like a pen.
Made by the same people who did Age of Empires, that makes sense. Hence the Age of. It's just the Empire is what made me think they did Empire Earth as well. Oh, what was the other thing you got? Godhood?
I've not tried that yet. I've downloaded it. I've tried the Isle and Chef so far.
I just had a thought. I wonder if Going Medieval's on sale. Because that's one I wanted to stream.
Maybe? Have a look.
I will... Actually, you know what? I'll do it now. My brand new 5-fan laptop thing. Steam, please.
We're getting there.
Who's gay?
I said we're getting there.
Oh. Steam. You're almost there. Isn't it just the boots you've got to do now?
The boots, and then like I want to do some more stripes, maybe on the tail and the legs and stuff.
Well, the Isle. We'll be streaming that tomorrow.
I thought we were doing Stardew.
Well, we were doing Stardew, but then the voting changed and everyone's voted for dinosaurs.
Oh, as far as I knew, they were still on Stardew. Oh, I'll have to go get my Dilo killed so we can start off with the same one.
Or we can go in a different server.
Oh yeah, true. It would start us off with a new one.
The other beginner-friendly one we could go into and see how that works.
I don't know. I feel like for a stream, we might be better trying to do like one of the serious survival ones.
Maybe we can try.
Yeah, be a laugh, won't it?
Voting.
If we keep dying to the point where it's not funny anymore, then we can go back to the beginner servers.
Yeah, looking at the voting now, Stardew got 3 and the Isle got 7.
Oof. People want to see dinos.
People want to see dinos. We just have to say, for the record, that the Isle is still a game in development and is currently going under a recoding. So there isn't much to do with it at this point. The only fun you can have is when other players get involved.
I still think there's plenty of fun stuff to do with it, to be fair. Like just
what?
look... Well, just even if... Is he playing a carnivore? Just looking around for food takes you long enough.
I mean, I can understand the fun of being a herbivore and running away from the carnivores trying to kill you. I can understand that, but there's nothing like a progression sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't think
apart from growing.
I don't really know if they're going to do, like, any sort of progression in it, to be honest. What would they add?
Well, the thing is, because it's going under a recoding, it could have been there was at one point, because apparently the humans were in it at one point, and now they're not. And Going Medieval is not on sale. So I'll have to get and stream that another time. Payday's going for 74p.
What's Payday?
It's a heist game.
Oh.
First person shooter heist game. Didn't expect it to go that low. I mean, it's kind of cheap already. It's $7.50 at full price.
My nails are quite long and they're really starting to dig into my hand now.
Yeesh.
I don't want to cut them though, I want to paint them. I know, I heard the accent come through then, you don't need to say.
What, what, me?
No, my accent. I thought that's what you were laughing at.
No. I was laughing at Steam.
Wow, what was he doing?
I was laughing at one of the games. Where's it gone now? RimWorld. When I sent Bold Viking a piano in the middle of a firefight to help him.
Very helpful.
And he just looked at it and went, a piano? Why would a... Never mind. A pineapple? Who throws a pineapple? Oh, Harvester's on sale.
What's Harvester?
It's a first-person shooter I wanted as well. I'm going to get to 71p. I'm grabbing that. Funny thing is, I've forgotten what it is actually. I've got one of two ideas of what it could be. And it's either a really weird point-and-click game, or it's a fast-paced first-person shooter.
What, the Harvester?
Yeah.
I have so many weird point-and-click games that I still need to try that I just own already. If you're after some of them to play.
Yeah, maybe. Blood. I'll get that, and I'll get one more, and then I'm not spending any more money. I'm only buying these because they've gone dirt cheap as well. You right there, babe?
Yeah, my back's aching a bit.
It won't be long now.
I don't want to rush it though.
I know. You can do it! And then Ultimate Epic Battle Simulator. Well, either that or the other one, because then we can do AI tournaments with it. The other one's called Beast Battle Simulator.
EP just found out he's got to go into another store, which is farther away.
Oh, shit. What an arse. They might be nicer people, though.
That's all you can hope.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an arse, like, having to mess around doing all this, so I'll need to head out now. Okay, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. No, they're cunts.
Oh. And done. Alright, no more spending. I'm back. I know what I will do though. I'm just gonna see if there's anyone in our friends' Discord who'd be interested.
I mean, I'm almost done now.
Yeah, let's go. Okay, there we go. We'll just see if more people want to come. See from Chrissy's server or anything. But it's turned out really good.
Thank you. I'm quite happy with it.
This was all the chat's idea. Sexy tiger. Warden. Lady. Poison. Thing. Ugh. Is it just those stripes now?
Yeah, I'm going to do some on the tail too.
The tail. I wish I was good.
You are good.
I'm not.
You are.
It'd be nothing compared to yours if I did a drawing stream.
Of course it would. I only
See?
had people we know come to it.
And Saf.
That's still someone I know. I didn't really expect anything more, and I didn't really like.
See, good people like you. They like the sex appeal.
But people you know would still come to yours.
Colouring is going to be a bit annoying, I think.
It is.
Oh, here's one that's going to make you laugh.
Hmm?
So, you know, in Yakuza,
Yeah.
the main character uses a baseball bat to fight when he's his default class.
Yeah.
You can get other weapons
Right.
to replace it.
Mhm.
One of them is the game puts it, is an oversized dildo massager. No, an oversized vibrator.
Oh my god.
Although, actually, yeah, I played it a little bit the other day, and now the homeless guy is capable of being a chef. Oh, there was another conversation he had in the game which I thought was funny, where the policeman goes, "I've got good news and bad news. Which do you want to hear first?" And they all go, "I want the bad news first. I'd rather hear some news without having a better aftertaste in my mouth." And he goes, "Well," and then one of them says, "I want to hear the good news first." So he goes, "All right, well, the good news is I know a little bit more about you all now." And they go, "Well, what's the bad news?" And he goes, "There's no punchline to this joke."
I don't get it.
So the idea is that he just wanted to see whether or not they'd like to hear the good or bad news first, but instead of just asking normally, he just went, "I've got good news and bad news. What do you want to hear first?"
Still don't really get it.
Yeah, probably not explaining it well enough. The homeless guy thinks the girl likes him now because she's asked him twice to go shopping with her to get ingredients for cooking. And you say but I think what's going to happen is he thinks she likes him. He thinks she likes him, but the only reason she's going to say it is because, well, I know one of them's busy and the other one smells. And you're the only one who I can rely on because you got nothing better to do.
Maybe she does like him.
I doubt it. There's going to be some sort of joke to it.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to hear the story about when he drank that expensive whiskey?
Yeah?
That's come to an end now.
Oh my god.
Do you want to hear how it ends?
Yes.
Alright, so anyone who might be watching this on YouTube or whatever, spoilers for Yakuza. But, so do you remember how it started? Where he drank that expensive whiskey and he filled it up with cheap?
Yeah.
Well, you're sat in the bar with him and you're just talking and he's still like, "I still feel really guilty about it. Should I do something about it?" And you say to him, "Oh, don't worry, we'll work together and we'll get the money and we'll buy a new one."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'm glad you're here to help me." And then a guy comes in who's a reviewer from a magazine.
Right.
And he goes, "It's a nice place you've got here. And I hear you've got this really expensive whiskey." And they're like, "Oh shit, oh shit." And the bartender's like, "Oh, you mean this whiskey?" Yes, that one. "Can I have a glass?" And he goes, "No." And he goes, "Well, why not?" And he goes, the reason is because when I bought that whiskey, it was for someone I loved dearly, but she died in a car crash.
Oh
So now I keep it as a memento to keep to make sure that she's always with me in some way. And the reviewer is really touched by it, and he goes off getting ready to write a good review. But now, like, Nanba, who's the homeless guy who drank it, he's like, oh, God, I feel awful. We need to tell him. And, like, your character turns to the bartender and goes, wow, you really handled that pretty well. And he's like, he bought the entire story. And you're like, what? And he's like, well, the truth is, when I set this place up, I knew I'd have to get some alcohol that looks really fancy to attract the big spenders.
It was cheap anyway, wasn't it?
So I got this bottle. From someone who had drank theirs, and I filled it up with the cheapest whiskey I could get, and now I just leave it on the shelf for people to look at. And if anyone ever wants to try some, I just give them the sub-story.
Oh my god.
And Number's like, oh my god.
That's fantastic. Okay, I think.
But he's like, I was so convinced it was real. It tasted great, but
I'm done.
Here we are. Here is Warden Allison. The line, anyway. What do you think of it, babe?
I'm really happy with it.
If anyone was in chat, we'd ask them as well. But I like it as well. You've done really well.
Yeah, I hope the chat's happy with what they've created today.
Yes, this is the chat's creation.
Yep.
Now,
so there's the animals we started with.
Yeah, there's the animals that you made. Still like the elephant octopus.
I think the giraffe snake's still my favourite. And then the two
described characters, yep.
And then we finished on this one.
And then we finish on this one. So you've done very well, babe. Proud of you. How do you feel about the stream, though?
I was happy with how it went.
Would you want to do another one?
Yeah. I like EP's idea of streaming to Discord and just drawing not safe for work.
Doing the adult stuff. Yeah, we could probably do not safe for work of Allison.
We could. If people wanted to see that, I would be down for drawing it. She's very sexy.
Alright, well, thanks everyone for coming. We appreciate it. And thank you for coming to support Akka. I think this has done wonders for her confidence right now.
Yeah, I feel happy drawing this. I've enjoyed it.
So, thank you everyone for coming. If there is anyone who's lurking in the chat right now, do consider joining our Discord, which the link for some reason is not available on Twitch, even though I've put it there. However, if you go to our YouTube channel of Spectrum Z, you can find it there in the description of any video. And also while you're there, why don't you check out some videos? Any and all interaction is appreciated. So thanks everyone for coming. Should we go and raid somebody?
Yeah, how do we do that?
Right, type in the chat over there on OBS, type /raid. Then space. And I'm going to see who's on. Gina says we should probably do someone new, but I think today we should do Doof.
Doof.
Dr. Doof.
Dr. Doof.
And yes, before you ask, it is the Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
I know, I think I've watched like a little bit of his streams before when you've put him on.
So yeah, it's Dr_Doof. So press enter and it'll do a countdown.
Yeah.
Is it done it now?
Yeah, it says one viewer. Who's the viewer?
Probably just be someone lurking, or it could be us for all we know.
Raid
so
now?
before you press raid now, once again, anyone who might be watching us on YouTube, thank you for watching, and we will see you later.
Bye. Guys.
Did it work?
I don't know.
We're about to find out now.
Got someone called Infantryman saying hello.
Oh yeah, we're in his chat.
Why is it still mine on screen?
What?
Why is it still mine on screen?
It will do. See, I clicked on his to see whether or not the notification would come up, and we've either missed it because of the advert, or it's just not gone turned on. Anyway.